the technical issues that you have.
You're hilarious.
Your camera hasn't been on the whole show.
You're adorable.
What does that mean?
You're adorable. I have the tech issues.
I never have tech issues. What are you talking about?
Okay. All right. Hilarious. Listen, you don't divert from what this is. It's our Tua. It's our Tua on the program.
I don't think Putin cares which one of you guys have technical issues.
No, Putin knows no. He has no bias when it comes to that. Let's get to headlines, Robbie. What do you got, man?
This is WAXYAM South Miami and WSFS-FM HD2 Miramar, a radio.com sports station.
Which is brought to you by the Orion Fuels and Downstairs Convenience Stores. Truly steps beyond convenience. So the NFL Network reports that it's all systems go with Tua's hip after the Dolphins staff got to examine him at the facility.
Love it. I hope he got himself a nice massage. Best massages in Davie.
What are you doing?
What? Take care of Tua. You know?
I got you.
You think it's going to be weird for Ryan Fitzpatrick this year? You know, he knows he's on the outs. Like, is that going to be strange for him?
No. I think he knew when they drafted him.
Or do you think, like, are they going to keep Ryan Fitzpatrick around?
Yeah, why not?
Until he's just done. Just a perennial backup. Or is it too?
That's what he's always been.
Or is it too tempting to keep him around? Because Flo might be willing to pull the Ryan Fitzpatrick card because he's done it before to Josh Rosen.
I'm still, for the life of me, I can't figure out what the deal is with Josh Rosen.
Oh, here's the deal. He's just hanging.
No, but is he any good?
I don't know. I'm not worried. Hey, not worried about it.
Are you not curious?
Nah.
Right.
Curious. Do we have our Rosen? No. Am I curious? No, I'm not curious.
All right.
You know, all the best to you. No hard feelings. It's it's just personal. It's nothing personal. It's just business. We roll on. There's nothing wrong with that.
And that's what it looks like when you get drafted by a bad team.
He did get drafted by a bad team. Got drafted by a bad team, got put in a bad situation. Not saying it's his fault, but I'm not worried about it. Hey, sometimes I got to move on in life. You know, he got a couple games.
What? Hold on.
Yeah, sometimes I got to move on in life. What?
Hold on. One of the qualities of Pope Petty is that he doesn't move on.
No, well, I don't move on with things that bother me. I'll harbor. But with this, Josh Rosen, I got no ill will. I didn't even like. It's not even like I didn't enjoy watching Josh Rosen play, but I want to watch Tua play. I'll see. Hey, I'll see you when I see you. I'll watch Dick Stockton and the Grease Man call you into some preseason games. Probably going to be only one preseason game or maybe two, so you're not going to get many snaps there. Boy, I tell you, he really doesn't luck out, does he? So he's had two teams that cast him aside, and now he doesn't even get the preseason games to showcase. He'll get like one game, and that means one's got to be a dress rehearsal. So he's not going to get any time there either.
He's going to play the whole fourth game.
They're going to cut the games though.
For this year?
Yeah, that's the word. They're going to cut down to like two preseason games. So if that's the case, well, which one becomes the dress rehearsal? The first one or the second one?
I think it goes, you play until halftime, the first preseason game, and then the second preseason game you play into the third quarter. That's it.
Yeah, there's let me ask you something though. There's not actual Rosen truthers out there though, right? Like there's nobody who like looks at Tua, he comes in there and there's somebody who's like thinking to himself, should be Rosen.
No. I don't think that. I don't even think that. I'm just like, look, when I see players and I see guys play, I do look at the circumstance a little bit more than other people, and look at the football that's played more than other people to realize that, hey, not that he's getting a fair shake, but that he's not getting a fair evaluation. So the result could always be the same. For example, a lot of times you talk about running back and running back sucking, but guess what? when the offensive line is pushed back 2 yards in the backfield, not the easiest circumstances in which to run the football. Now, for reasons I can't explain, we had a running back that averaged social distancing, but that's a whole different thing. I think he was trying to do too much and it ended up being less than nothing.
Somebody texted in. Every time Tua breaks Dan Marino's record, he should look at it and say, "Took it, Dano."
That's a long time. Like, you know how long that'll take?
Do you think anybody's gonna? Let me ask you something. Do you think anybody in the Dolphins promotional staff is going to come to him with a Hawaii 5-0 parody to Tua?
No.
Is that going to be a thing?
The one thing about, I would say, of all the sports, the least jovial and silly is football.
It's good fun though. You don't like going to the Heat games and you get to see like Goran Dragic in a haunted house.
The problem is that in football you have so many moving parts, either through the organization, on the field. The coaching staffs are massive. So from that standpoint, there's really not a lot of shenanigans because you need order. You need everybody on the same page.
Somebody says Rosen is just bad. I don't know why people think he could be a starting quarterback, backup or low tier starter at best.
But I'm not saying you're wrong. Not saying you're wrong. But what I am saying is, how the hell do you know based on the amount of football he's played and who he's played for?
Robbie, what do you got here, man? Let's get to some headlines.
All right,
Our Tua.
Speaking of Dolphins, Xavien Howard, apparently he will not face a suspension from the NFL after his domestic assault situation was dropped.
All right, so the Dolphins will have their most expensive cornerback tandem intact. Better get a gazillion interceptions, guys. I'm just telling you right now. I'm putting the over-under at 40 interceptions between Tua and Byron Jones. And I know Byron Jones doesn't get pickoffs.
Xavien Howard and Byron Jones.
Yeah.
It's Tua. I hope it's not Tua.
Oh, man.
I'm like, whoa.
Tua's playing Iron Man ball. Xavien Howard, Byron Jones, 40 interceptions between them. Let's go. Otherwise, I'm not going to tell you to tweet. You better not go tweet Xavien Howard.
Hey, by the way, the team record is not 40.
What is the team record for most interceptions?
I'm talking about any team.
What is the record?
You know how many 40 picks is in a football season?
Most interceptions
in a season by a team.
A season by a defense. According to Google, 10.
No, that's not by a team. And that's in one game.
15 interceptions. No, wait. 57 interceptions.
57. When was that?
Doesn't have the year.
Not even the team?
Wait. Hold on.
You can't even Google right.
That was last year. My bad.
Somebody had 57 last year?
No, the team had 57 last year.
40 most passes intercepted by in a season. Actually, this might have been thrown, but it's San Diego in 1961 with 49. But I think that was passing interceptions.
Right. That's all we need.
Last year, 6 interceptions led the league by Stephon Gilmore.
We talk.
I'm looking for team, man. I'm looking.
Oh, okay.
40
Are you looking for Dolphins? I was just talking about league as a whole.
No, I'm looking for a league as a
49
whole.
is the record. And I mean, it was in 1960. They only played 12 games. So their quarterback was just the other team or whoever they played.
Crazy. What else you got, Robbie?
And so apparently Udonis Haslam, he's talking about this new snitch line on the Instagram. Says there's going to be a lot of dime dropping, and I ain't talking about assists. Lol. I like to exercise my Fifth Amendment right. This should be interesting.
Did you just call LOL lol?
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you guys.
Yeah, Robbie's right. It was 49, 1961 San Diego.
Right. And you want two guys to get 40.
40's only been done apparently 3 times.
Right.
But is it?
And you want 2 guys to do it. Just 2 guys.
Yeah. Well, most
So
expensive
let me ask you a
most
question.
expensive interception most expensive cornerback tandem, 40 interceptions. Let's go.
Here. Question. Do you have a filter in your brain?
No.
Like you get ready to say something,
All right,
and it's
well,
heading down to your mouth, and something in your brain, a
What
shut-off
about-
valve goes, "Hey, this don't even make no damn sense," and you just probably say, "Send it anyway."
What about
And
what
out
what
the mouth it comes.
No. What about the what if I throw Igbenogany in there too? The 3 of them, 40 interceptions.
They'll win 12 games.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Granted, if Tua's not throwing it back to the other team,
He ain't gonna do. He's gonna be
Okay,
breaking.
man,
It's gonna be
look.
amazing.
it's the one. Okay, don't get discouraged. But young quarterbacks and picks, they got to weed their way through it. They got to fight through it. They got to learn what throws they can make and can't make. So that's why young quarterbacks usually throw a bunch of picks unless you throw 1-yard passes.
Most interceptions in a season by somebody, 14. Night Train Lane.
So hold on. Now,
3 guys get you. The 3 of them get
hold
you
on.
14.
Robbie. No. Sometimes when stupid comes out of his mouth, we need to slow our roll and put it
Yeah.
out there.
How are they getting
So,
someone? Hold on, can I
If
ask you a question?
hold on. If both of those guys break the NFL record that was set in the 60s,
Yeah.
you only have 30.
Well, I'm trying to see when the most modern era one is because in the top. Well, there hasn't been somebody since the 2000s to hit double digits.
There hasn't what?
Like Champ Bailey had 10. That's the last guy in like the last
Right.
15
Champ
years.
Bleeping Bailey. It's been so long ago, he already in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, he is. Yes,
There
he
you
is.
go. There you go. So
Champ Bailey has a 10 spot. Rondé Barber has a 10 spot.
can we please
Antonio Cromartie.
Can we please? Oh, we got one for every kid. Can we please?
That's a point.
Can we please?
Leroy.
Can we please get to reality? Okay? Because the silly talk, you just let it slip out without even realizing that what you talking is silly sauce.
Ty Law has a 10 spot. Ronnie Lott.
Ronnie Lott, he wasn't even known for picks. He was known for blowing people up
And losing a finger.
Wow,
and
I'm
losing a
kind
finger.
of surprised there were all these interceptions back in the day when they were just throwing like 4 times.
Because back in the day, like here, right now in football, you very rarely have that deep safety that his whole job is just to sit back there and ball hawk. But back in the day, you would play that deep safety, and if he was really good, he could cover a lot of ground. And so that's what Ronnie Lott did, because Ronnie Lott came into the league as a corner. He ended up playing safety. But you have those guys, and when you think of some of those guys, they play safety. Now, Ty Law was a little different because nowadays they wouldn't even go at you. If you had 10 picks, by the time you got to 5 or 6, they quit throwing it in your direction.
Weird. 40 interceptions.
40. Yep.
Well, all right, so is 20 too much to ask? Now that I've been able to do some research on this, can I ask for 20 between them both with all that money?
Last one person to get 10 picks was Champ Bailey. Was that 10 years?
That was 15 years ago.
15 years ago. You want 2 guys to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what needs to happen. If you have 2 guys that get 10 picks, that means your D-line is going to be fire.
Fire.
By the way, it should
They're
be
going to
noted.
get pressure on the quarterback, force those throws up like that.
Should
Go
be
ahead,
noted.
Robbie.
Byron Jones has 2 interceptions for his entire career.
Yeah. Come on. Right.
Oh, man. I'm trying to look at what the Dolphins
32 team interceptions mean 2 picks a game. That's
Xavien
almost
Howard.
impossible.
Xavien Howard in 2018 had 7 interceptions. That's his.
And wait, he had 7, and they gave him $70 million.
And he missed a couple games that year. He missed some games that year.
Right. So, how much money you think somebody gonna make that get 10?
Sam Madison hit 8 once.
What was the most ever that Madison and Surtain had in one season? The tandem.
I would say
good
maybe
question.
12 or 13.
All right,
No,
it looks like
maybe 15. 15.
it looks like well, that wasn't the same year. All right, so Madison, because Madison had a year where he had 7. Pat Surtain 2002. Well, it looks like only one of them was getting on one year. Let's see.
Yeah, because after one had 8, then the next year they decided to throw to the other guy.
I guess it would have been in 2000. Pat Surtain and Sam Madison each had 5.
So between the two of them, they never got to double figures, with one having 7 and one having 8 one year.
Well, no, they got to 10 that year. But
that's my point. But there were years where one of them got 7, and another year the other one got 8, and they never got to 10.
No, it's only been done once in Dolphins history in 1967.
Okay. Now. So, I'm gonna redo this.
Okay.
Where are you gonna get the other 10 picks from?
All right, so we got
one. Wait. Keep in mind. None of the guys you want to have 20 has ever gotten to double digits, and one guy only has 2. No, that's the safety.
I think Flores is gonna use old B Jones a lot better. All right, they don't call him Bye Jones for nothing because he takes the ball and he goes the other way. Pick 6.
Excuse me. What did they call him?
Bye Jones.
Oh my god! But with a straight face, he did this with a straight face.
If that's not his nickname, it should be. That's a good nickname for a cornerback.
Bye Jones. Well, you know what? When the wide receiver runs by him, they say bye too. So that kind of has a dual. That's like aloha. Aloha means hello and goodbye.
Back after this.